In the grand tapestry of human endeavor, the pursuit of justice stands as one of the noblest paths a person can walk. It is a journey fraught with challenges, yet rich with rewards for the steadfast heart. This quest is not for the faint of spirit. It is the domain of those who dare to peer into the abyss of wrongdoing and remain unshaken, those who can witness the tempest of human suffering and resolve to quell its winds with hands unyielding. The philosophy of Stoicism, an enduring beacon through the ages, offers us a compass by which to navigate this turbulent sea. Stoicism is not the passive acceptance of fate, but the active engagement of will. It is the understanding that while we cannot control the actions of others or the whims of fortune, we can command our own will, our own responses, our own commitment to the good. What then is justice from a Stoic perspective? It is the alignment of action and moral purpose. It is the courage to do what is right, even when it is not easy, even when it is not popular, even when it may cost us dearly. For the Stoic understands that the true value of our lives is measured not by what we endure, but by how we respond. In the realm of justice, the Stoic finds a fertile ground for the practice of virtue. Justice is the soil in which wisdom, courage, temperance, and integrity take root and flourish. Each of these virtues is a battle standard under which we rally in our fight against injustice in all its forms. Consider wisdom, the first of the cardinal virtues. Wisdom is not merely intelligence or knowledge, but the application of these in the service of the good. A wise person discerns what is just and what is not, understands the underlying causes of injustice, and seeks solutions that address these causes rather than merely their symptoms. Wisdom also teaches us to listen, to learn from the lived experiences of those who suffer injustice, and to recognize the interconnectedness of all our struggles. Courage, the second virtue, is the fire that fuels our action. It is easy to decry injustice in the abstract, but it takes true courage to stand against it in the concrete. This is the courage that moves one to speak when silence pervades, to stand when others sit, to act when apathy reigns. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. It is the determination to fight for what is right, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Temperance, the third virtue, is often misunderstood as mere self-restraint, but in the context of justice, it is the balanced approach to action. It is the moderation that tempers our passion with prudence, ensuring that our fight for justice does not become a mirror of the very injustices we seek to destroy. In temperance, we find the patience to endure, the discipline to continue, and the compassion to heal. Integrity, the final virtue, is the steadfast adherence to moral principles. It is the consistency of character that builds trust and credibility. In the fight for justice, integrity ensures that our methods are as pure as our motives. It is the unyielding commitment to truth, the refusal to compromise on the essential values that define a just society. The Stoic, armed with these virtues, confronts injustice not with a heart of stone, but with a soul of resilience. They understand that the arc of the moral universe is long, but that it bends toward justice only when we apply our weight to it. They recognize that the fabric of society is woven from countless individual threads, and that each of us has the power to strengthen or weaken that fabric by our choices and actions. In our time, the call to justice rings out with a sense of urgency. We bear witness to a world where the cries of the oppressed are a constant refrain, where the machinery of injustice grinds on, fed by indifference and exploitation. Yet in this darkness, the Stoic sees not despair, but opportunity, the chance to be a light in the shadows, a voice for the voiceless, a force for change. Our fight for justice is a testament to our humanity. It affirms our belief in the worth and dignity of every person. It challenges us to rise above our baser instincts and to reach for the higher ideals that unite us. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "We are waves of the same sea, leaves of the same tree, flowers of the same garden." Our destinies are intertwined, and so too is our quest for justice. Let us then embrace this quest with the full might of our Stoic heritage. Let us harness the strength within and channel it into a relentless pursuit of equity and fairness. We must look to the Stoic teachers of old, who stood firm in their convictions, who saw beyond the chaos of their times to the order and reason that could prevail. In the face of adversity, the Stoic does not waver. How then shall we, as modern-day advocates for justice, embody this unshakable spirit? By committing ourselves to a lifelong journey of learning and growth, by pledging to never turn a blind eye to the suffering of others, and by vowing to act always and everywhere in the service of justice. Consider the scope of injustice in our world, from the smallest slight in a community to the grandest scale of global conflict. Injustice takes many forms, each demanding a unique approach, a tailored strategy. Yet the underlying principle remains the same: to dismantle the structures that perpetuate inequality and to build, in their stead, systems that promote the well-being of all. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that our emotions should not be our masters, but neither should they be silenced. They should inform our actions but not control them. Indignation at injustice is a powerful motivator, but we must channel it wisely, ensuring that our responses are measured, strategic, and effective. We must also recognize that the fight for justice is not a solitary endeavor. While Stoicism emphasizes personal virtue and responsibility, it also understands the importance of community and cooperation. We are part of a larger whole, and our efforts are amplified when joined with others who share our commitment. Collective action, grounded in Stoic principles, becomes an unstoppable force for change. The Stoic also appreciates the importance of resilience. The path to justice is rarely straight or smooth. It is a path of resistance, setbacks, and sometimes heart-rending defeats. Yet, with each setback, we are presented with the opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to return to the struggle with renewed vigor. This resilience is not born of naive optimism, but of a deep-seated belief in the capacity for human progress. It is the resilience that carried the Stoics through personal and public trials. It is the resilience that has driven every social movement, that has bent the arc of history toward justice. As we stand here today, let us draw inspiration from the countless individuals who have embodied the Stoic commitment to justice throughout history. Let us remember the civil rights leaders who faced down bigotry with dignity, the suffragettes who demanded equality with unyielding resolve, the environmental activists who speak for the voiceless earth with relentless determination. Each of these individuals, in their own way, has demonstrated that the fight for justice is as much about the strength of one's character as it is about the soundness of one's arguments. They have shown us that while the tools of reason and discourse are indispensable, the virtues of the heart, courage, compassion, and conviction are equally essential. So, as we go forth from this place, let each of us ask ourselves, how will I contribute to the fight for justice? How will I apply the principles of Stoicism to meet the challenges of my time? How will I ensure that my actions today will resonate through eternity, echoing the unassailable truth that justice, grounded in virtue, is the rightful aspiration of every person? In answering these questions, in living the answers with every fiber of our being, we honor the legacy of the Stoics. We become not just philosophers of justice, but its champions. We not only dream of a world that could be, but take up the tools to build it. Let this be our mission. Let this be our legacy. Let the call to always fight for justice ring in our ears and in our actions, a call that we answer not just with words, but with the very essence of our lives. At the conclusion of your speech, you may want to include a call to action that encourages viewers to engage further with your content. Here's a professional and succinct way to do that. In our exploration today, we've traversed the Stoic Path, uncovering the enduring strength and wisdom that empower us to always fight for justice. As we part ways, let the virtues we've discussed not merely linger in thought, but ignite action in our lives, fostering a world rooted in fairness and integrity. If this message resonates with you and you're eager for more enlightening discussions, I invite you to become a part of our growing community. Subscribe to Bold Quest, and together, let's continue this vital journey toward knowledge and virtue. Remember, every subscription is a step towards a collective quest for wisdom and justice. Thank you for watching, and let's keep the quest alive. Remember to include visual elements in the video that signal the viewers to subscribe, such as an animated subscribe button or your channel's logo. Engage with your audience in a way that reflects the essence of your channel and the value you provide through your content.